I never wanna hear you say I want it. Hey guys, welcome back to Football Therapy. Just saw a picture of Mudryk, and naturally, my head started thinking of Backstreet Boys, 90s, one for the teenagers. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do genuinely hope that. Chelsea news, here we are on the Stamford Bridge studio, and maybe for the last time. Dun, dun, dun. So, personal news, I've bought a flat. I've bought an apartment. Yes, this in the age of cost of living crisis. I've managed to do it. I'm pushing in my mid-30s, I've saved for a long time, and I've got myself a little flat. I move tomorrow, so it's all happening. And I'm downsizing in an office. Many of you will remember that when this green screen isn't down... Okay, well now that wall used to have loads of stuff on. Do you remember... Throwback. Do you remember the wall? I had the, Okay. Like there is where I used to stand. And I had the, play button. I had some other pictures up there. I had to sort the wall out because this is a rental. And someone is moving in. Point being, this green screen, amazing, isn't it, the technology, is ruddy massive. And the office is quite big as well. I know many of you are here for Chelsea news. I'm 20 seconds, I'll be done. The new office is very small. Now, I can just about fit all this equipment in front of me, like the lights, the tripods that you can't see in, but this green screen is too big. So it's a painted lovely colour, the office, so I might just put some stuff on the wall, and it'll be old school. You, me, and a camera, baby girl. God, that's a terrible sentence. More conventional YouTube without a green screen. We'll see how it goes. If you guys miss this, I might try and get a custom one made, and we'll get back in the studio. But, we'll see how it goes. I'd like to think you're here for the content. And, I'd hope to think you maybe value my opinion. I hope so. So maybe it's just me that counts. Anyway, Chelsea have been accused of cheating. We are in for a midfielder. Apparently we're back in for Enzo Fernandez. We're improved offers for Casado. All sorts is popping off. So, strap yourselves in and let's go. Chelsea listening to offers for players, most notably Hakim, Ziesh, and RubenLoftus. Now, Fabrizio Romano said they're getting a lot of interest. Now, I don't think we'd sell RubenLoftus, although he is on high wages. He's on too high wages. He's on £150,000 a week. Mikhailo Mudryk, who's this sensational attacker that costs a lot of money, is on £97,000 a week. More than £50,000 a week less. More than less? Less than Ruben. And he will be more effective and useful. Though, Ruben is a very useful utility player. He's played centre-back, he's played full-back, wing-back, he's played in the front three, and of course he's played in all kinds of midfield positions, which is his native position on the football pitch. Many of you, and understandably will think, I don't know if you'll go as far as to call him Deadwood, but you'll be like, yeah, fine, he can go. I think Graham Potter, like Thomas Tuchel, will enjoy the fact how he's positionally versatile, and Potter's teams move all the time throughout games. So I think there's a good chance he will stay. But if a good offer comes in for him, he's in his prime, theoretically. I do genuinely really like Ruben. He's unique, very technical with his feet, obviously big strong boy. And Hakim Ziesh, of course, 29 years old, last chance for a big move, and is so frustrating. Because obviously he assisted that goal against Palace. He puts in so many good crosses. You feel like he'd be able to feed Mudryk really well from the opposite flank a bit deeper, play those balls in over the top. So talented, Hakim Ziesh. He's a silky, unique baller. And that's what frustrates the hell out of me. But he retains some value. We might even make close to our money back on him. I think we spent like 30 million on him. Really good deal considering his numbers from Ajax. He won Player of the Season, Ajax 3 seasons in a row. Loads of goals and assists. Great performances in the Champions League. And cost about a third of what Antony cost Man United, who did ruddy all, F all in terms of production value. He's looking like the weak link in that Man United attack at the moment. They should get Sancho back in. I digress. 2 players that would be up for sale, and Chelsea do, if they do genuinely want to bring another body in, a midfielder, they need squad space, bro, or they have to unregister people and just pay them money without them registered in the squad, which is hella worrying and dumb. Quickly, just gonna ask you to like the video. Housework, get it done, mate. Do you know what I mean? Takes a second. Click the video, like, subscribe. Yeah, players being sold. Or attempting to be sold. Anyway, look, man, Chelsea are reportedly going to improve their bid for Moises Casado. I'm reading this off Cy Phillips's Twitter handle, at Cy Phillips Sport. He's citing the Daily Mail, Simon Jones of the Daily Mail, that Chelsea are weighing up an improved bid for Moises Casado, the Brighton midfielder. Of course, Brighton dismissed our initial offer of 55 million big ones. 55 million pounds. That is 20 million pounds more than the greatest interceptive midfielder of all time in N'Golo Kante. Premier League winner N'Golo Kante. We bought a Premier League winning N'Golo Kante about to enter his prime for 35 million pounds. I know that was before the market went completely crazy. But now Moises Casado's come in to replace Yves Bissouma for a few months, and he's 55 million. Like, I know there's loads of money in football, but it's just mental. Also, there are reports that Chelsea are now re-looking or back in for Enzo Fernandez, and since the deal broke down and he's been restored to the Benfica team, he's been just immense. He's scoring worldy free kicks. He's doing like incredible world-class key passes. He's getting multiple assists. He's getting 9.5 ratings on SofaScore. He's mustard, and he's so good, dude. It wasn't just, he was good before the World Cup, before he won the World Cup, before he won Best Young Player at the World Cup. It wasn't just like a sort of flash in the pan, purple patch international stage. No, he was good before, and he was being talked about before. And he was good at the World Cup, and he's being talked about afterwards. He wanted to come to Chelsea. He did. The manager said we've made the player crazy, which means sell me to Chelsea, essentially. And then obviously he scored, and then he points to the badge and says, here, like, it looks like I'm staying. And maybe he is. Maybe he was just trying to get the fans back on side because it looks like the transfer might not happen. But maybe, should the opportunity arise, Enzo would be interested again. Which would be an emotional roller coaster for the young man. Like, I just want to go to Chelsea. You know what? I love it here. I'm staying. I'm playing really well. What? I can't actually go to Chelsea. Or I want to go to Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's playing with my fragile little heart, ladies and gentlemen. But financial fair play. Let's talk about it. Chelsea have been accused of cheating in certain tabloid headlines. The Swiss Ramble and other financial experts have done wonderful breakdowns on how Chelsea are not in breach of financial fair play as things stand, although asserting the concern that should we not get top 4, which, by the way, newsflash, we're not getting top 4. I'm sorry, be as optimistic as you like. For me, the season is about maybe trying to beat Dortmund and seeing what happens in Europe, and just getting players in, the new signings in the team, restoring injured players back to the team, and looking like a team. That's the season's objective moving forwards for me, and dude, it should be for you as well. Don't hurt yourself. Don't dream too far. Don't fly too close to the sun, Icarus. Yes. So, where are we going to get an extra 120 million for Enzo Fernandez release clause? I mean, I'm really putting all my trust in Bedadig Barley, the Clear Lake Capital mafioso boss, that he is on top of the finances and he knows for sure Chelsea is safe and it's all good and we're going to be fine, right? It's not our jobs to worry about that, but despite it not being our jobs, I'm starting to worry about that. It'll be great. If we can get Enzo Fernandez, look, I'm going to be real. Moises Casado doesn't really turn me on. I looked at his FB scouting report. Sure, he's good in that Brighton team, but I mean, really, can't we just, get Zakaria back in the team, get Kante returned from injury and just readdress in the summer? Can we do that? Let me know what you think of Enzo and, dropping the bag on him in January. What do you think about that? Comment on that. And in terms of cheating, this essentially was a circulating headline and sweeping statement that Chelsea are using these long contracts with, of course, the amortization of the payments, the transfer fee, and indeed wages are put together by the financial regulation people and say, right, excuse me, you've paid, let's for example, you paid £50 million for the player, and it'll be an extra 20 million for his wages, 70 million expense for the tenure of this player at your club. 70 million. If you sign him on, you can sign him on a 5-year deal or a 7-year deal. If you do it on 7, it's £10 million a year. That's how this sort of governing body look at it. So Chelsea, of course, and this is big in American sports, apparently. So it's no surprise that our new American ownership consortium are bringing this to the Prem. It's no surprise they're doing this because they can see we need a rebuild. They can see we've got a squad that was built over loads of different tenures of different managers and, indeed a different regime. And there's just such a profound level of dysfunction at Chelsea. We'd all agree on that. We've spoken about it all the time. So they're like, we need a rebuild. We need a new squad. We need experts, recruitment team, and we need a data-led approach. Hey, we've got all that. I've got a really runny nose. I apologize. We've got all that now. So therefore, we're building towards an intelligent structure, infrastructure, fun, while having fun spending loads of money on transfers, the stuff that we all get excited about. So they found a way to do it. They put 7.5, 8.5 year contracts, but the people are reacting like we're cheating, saying we're doing long contracts, but and there's like conflicting reports that you can and can't do it. Again, putting all my trust in Bedadig Barley to know that hopefully we can do this, but this is not the first time anyone's put players on long contracts. Granted, it's not seemingly been the done thing for a while in European football. Lest we forget, we signed Kepa on a 7-year deal. That was a big news story for about a day. Then no one cared. And that was probably because to amortise his transfer fee, which was £71 million, the most expensive goalkeeper of all time. And that remains the case. God, I can't wait till that record is broken so we can, throw that away. I think I read somewhere that Cesc Fabregas signed like an 8-year deal in the early noughties for Arsenal when he was a teenager. They put him on a really long deal. João Felix, Saul Niguez, wasn't he on like a 9-year deal at Atletico Madrid? They're happening. It's not, if they're doing it, then we can do it. And if we do lots and that upsets you, unlucky about it, bruv. But this has been happening for a long, long time. It's not new. And with that, I think we're fine, right? Ding. Look, the cheating thing I think is nonsense. But the more crazy we get, as funny as it is, and it makes your head spin, I just hope there's a plan. Maybe we sell 2 players this window. And buy another really expensive central midfielder. I'd like Enzo. I guess I'd like Moises Casado as well. I wouldn't, I'd have to be proven right and proven sort of, not wrong. I don't think he's a bad player, but I just I haven't seen enough of him, and his scouting report looked a bit crap, basically, essentially. And that's what I'm basing my entire opinion on at the moment. I know he was good in the Ecuadorian team and stuff. So, yeah, I guess he's, it will be helpful knowing he's there, and, all he needs to do is drop one good game and I'll be like, he's Ballon d'Or level, mate. So I'll, football fans are fickle, aren't we? But yeah, Enzo's generational. It's just, I don't know. I'm just worried about the spend at this point. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Hopefully I'll be able to upload soon. Drop a like, for maybe the last Stamford Bridge studio video. If I can get it back, I will. I might just have to make a custom green screen in the little office, but it's going to be tricky because the camera angle as well. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Thank you for joining me, and I love you lots. I genuinely do.